All right, what about over the AFC? You got Cincy and Tennessee.
Well, the key for the Cincinnati and Tennessee game will be Tennessee's secondary. They gave up 300 yards and 3 touchdowns to Davis Mills the last time that they played to finish the season. And when you look at in the playoffs, typically there's a wild card team that comes into a team that's waiting off that break and gets to beat them. Now, I will say as well, Mike Vrabel is 8-0 when he's had 9 or more days to prepare for a team. But that Tennessee secondary has been hit or miss. And with these Bengals coming in, Jamar Chase is absolutely uncoverable. And Joe Burrow is playing at one of the best clips I've seen these playoffs. So I like Cincinnati going into Tennessee and beating the Titans, even with Derrick Henry, provided that they can get into that Tennessee secondary.
Wow, so you don't even think they need that field goal and a hook cushion. You think they're going to go in. But just to get back from a Tennessee perspective, I think the question marks around Derrick Henry, how much will he play? Will he play and will he be effective? If you're a person on the Cincinnati team, Ryan, are you fazed by the return of Derrick Henry potentially?
You're not fazed, especially because you got Trey Hendrickson coming back. I mean, if you're in the AFC, you know at some point you're going to have to tackle Derrick Henry and beat the Tennessee Titans with how they've built their team. But it's also a mistake for Titans players to believe they're going to have Derrick Henry all game. It's a lot to ask a player to carry the ball 25, 30 times. He's heaving right there in practice, not to mention somebody hitting him in the ribs. If anybody can do it, it's Derrick Henry. But I would wager that he's going to have between 10 and 15 carries. But Devontae Foreman is no slouch. So the big key is for the defensive line for Cincinnati to wrap up and shut down those run holes to make sure they can stop Derrick Henry and kind of force the psyche, take something away from the psyche of the Tennessee Titans while they're at home and they haven't played. And you force them to move like that early in the game, the ball can fall to your hands in Cincinnati. So I like Cincinnati putting the pressure on Tennessee at home.
All right, let's look at the Saturday games with our guy Ryan Harris. Ryan, certainly appreciate it. We do have Bengals and Titans on CBS. Joe Cool with Joe Burrow, and yes, Derrick Henry set to return, but how many snaps will he play and how effective will he be? Saturday at 4:30 Eastern on CBS and Paramount Plus. It's a game called with Ian Eagle, Trent Green, and Evan Washburn. Charles Davis in protocol, as well as having Gene Steratore will be there, of course, as the rules analyst. Make sure you check it out this weekend.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.